Welcome to AltheaSuite. Today I'm going to show you how to do a sales return. To get started, we need to go into our sales module, and you have two different options. We can either go into sales invoices, go find the invoice that you want to start the return on, go to its context menu, and all the way at the top, we have this option to issue a sales return. If you were to do it this way, and once we load into it, it's automatically going to select the invoice number, the customer, and all the other details. Another way to issue a sales return is by going into sales returns themselves. Going up there at the top to hit that new button. From here, you will need to put in either the invoice number or let's say the customer, for example, maybe the customer Bill Nye came into our business and then he already has the invoice number. So he just needs to get that to him. And then once we select that invoice number, it'll bring all that data in over here. Once we get that in there, we can hit that add all items button, which is going to plop down those two items that are in my sales invoice. Now, it is important to know which kind of item that you want to return. So if it's not this top item, the customer does not want to return the chair and ottoman and tobacco, we need to make sure that we remove this from this operation. So right now we're saying that this customer, Bill Nye, wants to return this Chateau nightstand. So in here, we do have the option to collect restocking fees, which will go and reduce the amount that you give back to the customer. So maybe $25 there and maybe $75 there. So now we're saying that $100 is coming out of the actual grand total that we're going to go in to give back to the customer. So it used to say $353, but now we're going to give the customer back the $253.08. Now, when it comes to giving the money back to the customer, we can either do this as cash. If you are using the cash payment mode, you need to make sure that you have the right cash register selected. So let's say that if we were to pull money out of the cash drawer, it would take money out of our manager's drawer in this case. But if you weren't doing cash, you don't need to worry about that. A lot of people, what they'll do is return this back to the customer's card. So if you have a integration with Clover and we select card, it will want you to select the card that was saved as the token when you originally took the money from the customer. So if the card was used on this invoice, you can actually look at the invoice payment details. You can see no card payment was taken. Instead, we've been taking this as check payment. So if the customer does have a card narration here and we did save the token, you will be able to issue this refund back to the customer's card directly. Another common practice is by, instead of giving the customer back some cash or trying to deal with their card payment, what a lot of other people do is they'll put this pending amount onto the customer's credit account. So we do have that payment mode. It's called customer account. And as soon as we move that 253 into that field, the customer's advanced amount will get increased as a credit to use in the future. Now, we have other ways to return that advanced amount back to customer from other tutorials, but this will allow you to use this advanced amount for future sales invoices. So the customer can have some credit to use, and it's up to him if he wants to use the whole credit or if you just want to use the whole credit to just get out of the account. So once we get that, we want to apply this 253.08 to this customer profile, and we do that by putting that amount there, making sure that our pending amount is 0, and then we can simply hit that create button. Once we do that, it's going to save it as a sales return over there. And if we want to, we can go to the context menu to view its financial transactions. So here is the entire financial transaction for this order. You can see that originally of all the different things. So this is involving the sales return. So there's a lot of credit and debiting going on with these different accounts, like the tax accounts, the sales accounts, and finally that 253 that went into Bill Nye's credit account. So it went into his actual account over there. But that is how to issue the sales return. And if you want to, you can issue the amount back to the customer's credit account, or you can simply give them back cash or check, or however you want to do the returns. So that's how to do sales return in AltheaSuite. Thank you.